friends, it's Courtney Brickner, the CB behind the Crafty Brick. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am very excited today because I was gifted a We Create Vista. Now, you know, I already have the Vision, but I was given the Vista, and today I want to unbox it and share how to do that and create our first project. And then later on, not today, but I have some new materials that came out with Recreate, and it's laser safe vinyl. I've never used it and I don't have it in hand yet, but it's coming. So make sure that you are tuned in to see when that comes out as well. And I'm gonna be dropping some videos showing how to do that. But today we're gonna unbox, set up, and get to it. So I hope you're here for it. Let's get started. It is the We Create Vista. So I already have the Vision, it's sitting up there, but today I am unboxing the Vista. We're gonna see everything that's in here and set it up and put it in its new home. So let's get started. The Vision was super easy to set up, so I'm hoping that this one is as well. All right, save all the packaging materials. All right, unbox and installation guide. Keep the packaging materials. We've got a user manual. You know, I'm going to read that cover to cover because that's what I do. All right, unbox and installation guide. Let's do the quick one. Let's do that one. Let's see, grab the straps and take the foam box out of the carton. Luckily, this machine is not too heavy, so I'm able to get it out of the box all by myself. It's smaller than the Vista, so it takes up a little bit less space, and I like that it is easy to unpack solo, so I don't need any help. So I just need to get these zip ties cut off so that I can take off the top parts and see what's in here. We got the grates, and they are packaged on top. I'll set those aside for just a moment, and then look at this. Got a little basswood so that I can use that for sample. And, you know, since I'm reading all the directions, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. All right, it says before opening the lid, remove the transport guard pin first. So the transport guard pin is right here. So for transport guard, only pull out before first use. All right. All right, now let's open it up and see what we have inside. First, a couple samples of what you can actually make with this machine, and resist, exhaust hose, rotary kit, power adapter, cables, and tool bag. And then I'm trying to take out this big styrofoam piece. I don't know why I'm having trouble pulling it out. I had to like check with the directions again to see is there a specific way to take it out. But I finally got it, got everything out. I just had to jiggle it a little bit harder than what I was doing. But sometimes I break things when I jiggle too hard. So I was just trying to be cautious. And then we got to get this plastic out of the bottom. And now we're ready to move it up to the counter where it belongs. Okay, when we open it, it says that we are supposed to remove these transport guard screws. So that's where those red stickers are. We are going to take the stickers off, and we've got to take the screws out. So I got my handy dandy tool kit here. It's got all of the tools that you need when you're using this machine. We've got some screwdrivers, tape measure, level, a lot of different tools are in here for, I don't know what This is this little cylinder. This might be something that goes with the rotary. I'm not quite sure, but we will figure that out later. And then we've got the power cable. All right, so now we'll take the screwdriver and we're going to remove the screws, the transport guard screws here. All right, and this is not a regular screwdriver, so you can't just take a screwdriver that you've got in your toolkit to do this. It's a special kind of hex screw that comes with the Vista in the toolkit. So we removed all the screws, there's 4, and now we're ready for the next step. All right, so now it says that we need to take these little silicone plugs and put them in the holes on the side of the machine because it prevents smoke from escaping the side of the machine. So it seems like those would be pretty important for the functioning of the machine. I was having a little bit of trouble, as I always am. Oh my gosh. So don't be like me. I pushed the silicone plug in a little bit too hard and then it pushed in and fell in between a teeny little crack in the machine. So I had to use my tweezers to try to get it out. I had to put on my glasses because I couldn't see, use my flashlight. So just push it very gently. I find that I'm seeing that I'm a little too strong, stronger than I think, and I break things and push in a little too much force. So just be gentle with it. Push the silicone plug in on each side, on the holes here, on this side and this side, and don't push them too far so that they fall in through the cracks. All right, the next step says that I should scan this QR code and then I will get all the instructions for setting up the air assist and the cables and everything properly in the back of the machine. So I'm gonna watch that video and then we're gonna set up everything in the back. We've got the air assist. First, I'm just taking the 2 cords that are connected to the air assist and just undoing the little twist tie that comes with it. I'm going to push the air assist hose into the back of the machine on this port that's on the left side, and then we'll take the other end of the hose and plug that into the air assist. There's a bigger end that goes into the air assist itself. So this other end that's a little bit bigger plugs into the back of the air assist, and then the other cord that's on the air assist plugs into this second port on the back of the machine. Then we take the power cable and we're going to plug the power cable into the port that's on the back of the machine towards the middle. Just undo the cords and then we're going to plug one side into the machine, and then the other side is going to go into the power adapter. Now we're going to install the exhaust hose and the exhaust port. So first we're going to take the screws that are on the back of the machine here. They're already screwed on, so we're just going to unscrew those. We're going to get a little wrench here to unscrew them, and then when we unscrew them we'll put in the exhaust port and screw them back on. Then loosen the clamp that's on the hose connector, and then we'll put the hose on the hose connector and put the clamp back on, and then tighten the clamp into place so that the hose is secured and there's not going to be any fumes exiting the machine. Then we're going to plug in the USB cable into the USB port. Don't be concerned, because I really thought that this had a USB port because it only connected with USB and I wasn't able to connect it via Wi-Fi, but I connected it with my computer to set it up, and then I was able to connect with the Wi-Fi. So I just did this for the first time with setting it up. Last, we're going to put in the tray in the bottom. It just slides right in. That's what catches all of the pieces when you're cutting. And then peel off the top, and we're going to put in our grates that go into the bottom of the machine. This is what all of our material is going to sit on. Unless you're using the rotary, then we'll be taking these out. But for cutting wood and other materials, you have the grates installed in the bottom of the machine. Now we're ready to try out our first cut and see how this laser works. I'm just using the basswood that came with the machine. I believe it's 3mm basswood. So I want to try it out and do an engraving as well as the engrave outline and the cut. So let's try all three out. So I'm just wanted to check the directions, make sure they're right. So I've got the Creat software here, and we are connected with our machine, and now it's taken the picture of our piece of wood that's in the machine. The lid is up because the laser is in the top of the lid. So when you're lining it up for the first time, you have the lid open. It shows where the material is on the machine, and then you're able to cut with it. So then you go to the computer. Okay, when your machine is connected, you'll see this green dot right here. That means you're connected via the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. And then you'll click the refresh button right here. And that's when it will take a scan of your work area and show you what's there. So here I've got the wood piece in here, and you see the laser dot right there. That's the camera from the lid that is showing what is on your workspace. So after you click refresh, so we'll go over here and we'll click on text, and hello pops up. So we're just going to move it right up here. You can move it wherever you want on your material. So you can cut and engrave from wherever you want. So we're just going to start right up here in the corner, and then we'll click start, and we will close the lid. We'll click send here, and then we'll go over to our machine and click the button on the outside of the machine, and I'll show you that. So here's the view from our laser machine while we press the refocus button and it's scanning the work surface. You see the laser there, and now it's ready to cut. So we press start on our computer, and then we go ahead and we will close the lid to our machine and click start on the front of our machine and try out these three different settings. So if we were using a different material, the materials are over here in this section. So this is where you choose all the different types of material that you can cut with this machine. So we're using wood, we're using basswood, and the 3mm basswood. So we'll go ahead and confirm. And then down here, so this is our word right here. This is our layer that we're working with. And then you'll see up here that there's line engrave, fill engrave, and then also cut. So we're going to start with the line engrave. We're going to do all three of these different processes today, and we're going to start with the line engrave, but this is where you would change each one. So the first thing we're going to do is the engraving. I press start on the computer, and now I'll go ahead and press start on the machine, and then you will see the laser start to move to its starting point and start to do the engraving. I'm just going to do the sample hello button. We're just trying out some text. So just a very simple design for each one of these projects. All right, let's go ahead and open the machine. We'll take out our material, and you can see it did the engraving. We just did the line engraving. We didn't do the fill. So that's what pops up there. Now let's go ahead and test it out and do the fill engraving and see what that looks like. So we press start, we set it up just like we did the other one. We're just doing some words. We're just doing the hello, the sample text that always pops up when you click the text button in the Creat software. And now it's doing the fill engrave. This one takes a little bit longer because it's actually filling in the entire word instead of just doing an outline. But yeah, it's doing the same thing. When you press start, the laser starts working, and then now let's see what we have when we're finished here. All right, now this one is finished. You can already see through the lid the engraving that it did with the fill, but let's take it out to see it a little bit closer. So you can definitely see the difference between the line engrave and the fill engraving. So now we're going to try the cut. I closed the lid, but I forgot this is the difference between the Vista and the Vision. You need to have the lid open with the Vision when you're doing the focus to see the area that you're getting ready to cut. With the Vista, it's closed, but with the Vision, you need to have it open because the laser is in the lid. Well, the camera is in the lid to show what the area looks like. So I had to reopen it. Now I'm on the computer and just press the refocus button. Now I can close the lid, and then I press start on the computer and then start on the actual machine. And then it is going to do its cutting. Now the cutting is finished, so let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, for some reason it seems like it didn't cut all the way through. That's a little strange. I mean, they're cut, but it didn't fall out. Normally, the letters just fall right out. It did cut, so, I mean, that is good. But I think maybe I need to fix the settings a little bit so that it cuts all the way through, because that's what it should do. I think the speed needed to be a little bit slower or the power higher. I was just using a default setting, so that might be the issue. I didn't really play around with the settings. Like I said, this is my first time using this machine. So it did cut. The engraving was perfect. The outline and the line fill, and the cutting did work. I need to really play around with the settings to get that perfect. But here you can see what it all looks like. We've got the cut, we've got the engraving, and we have the line engraving. So I'm really loving this machine. I think it's a simple setup, and I really think it's great for so many projects. Thanks so much for joining me today to do this unboxing. I'm so excited to share some more projects with you. And one in particular, there is some new vinyl that's actually laser safe vinyl that works with the Vista. So Creat sent me some of that vinyl. I don't have it yet, but it's coming, and I'm going to be doing some projects with that. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how quickly the vinyl cuts, and does it really go through like the carrier sheet? I'm not quite sure. I've never used laser safe vinyl. So I'm going to be sharing that in the very near future. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn the notifications so that you don't miss when that video drops. I appreciate you spending some of your time here with me today. I will be back soon. And until then, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.